Hello survivors and welcome to another Watcher of Realms video, and in this video I'm going to be talking about Immortal Codex, which did have a comeback after that initial release at Christmas. As you can see, it is live for another 12 days, but it has effectively got the 3 bosses that are going to open up in just under 40 hours. The third boss will open up where we'll be able to attack all bosses at the same time. However, there were some changes made to Immortal Codex since that Christmas edition that I think have kind of made it not that amazing anymore and quite underwhelming in my opinion. When it came to the Christmas edition, I kind of expected it to be a bit buffed up when it came to the rewards that were handing out and so on and so forth, and it definitely was. But they haven't just dropped the rewards off with the changes they've made. Moonton have also made it less engaging to even do in the first place for whatever reason. Now, if I go into one of the bosses, you can see the Rise of the Conqueror. This is going to be Cyrus the boss. If we see the point rewards in here, when this was originally released at Christmas, this was a daily reward. I do believe maybe the Immortal Sovereigns were slightly lower than this initially, but it wasn't drastically lower than this. Every day you could get the Immortal Sovereigns for your attacks, and then obviously you would get them every day as well for your rank. So you could get the rank rewards every single day. This has been changed where the rank rewards are now over the course of the entire Immortal Codex, so the entire 2+ weeks. And in my opinion, it just isn't that great anymore. The placement rewards are buffed up only slightly based on your position. So for instance, when I was getting top 20% in the Conqueror when it was originally coming out, I think I was getting 18 shards per day. Now I'm getting 24 ancient shards over the course of the entire event. Now there is extras on top. I am getting 2 summons and some gold, which I don't think was included before, and if it was very small amounts of gold. The daily Immortal Sovereigns are around about the same, maybe slightly boosted by like 20%, kind of how the shards of the ancient summons have also only been boosted by about 20%. Now the reason I think this is a problem is because once you've done your attack in that 2 weeks, you don't really need to go back. What was one of the best things about Immortal Codex is it was very engaging. You could do it every single day, get rewards every single day, and you could obviously go into the Immortal Shop to redeem your Immortal Sovereigns for some really nice rewards as well. And if we check out that Immortal Shop, you can see I don't think much has changed in here in terms of the pricing for things. The gear recasting I think was 1,000 before. I'm pretty sure the Ancients were also 800 before. The issue is the amount of these Immortal Sovereigns you can get during the actual event is so much lower that you're not really going to be able to buy too much here. And I think most people who come into this store will probably prioritize the Ancient Summons. You'll be very lucky if you can even afford all of the Ancient Summons, let alone get anything extra. And this is because of the max rewards you can get from these events. If you see the points rewards for each of the individual Immortal Codex, you can get 2,500 per codex. So the max you can get if you get triple S in every single one will be 7,500 from the point rewards. And then let's say you were to crazily come first in every single one as well, you would get another 3,600 on top. This means you would be able to earn a maximum of 11,100 of these Immortal Sovereigns. Going back to the actual shop, you can see that the Ancients alone cost 8,000. Like I said, most people from the lowest player to the heaviest spender will prioritize this most likely, unless you're a massive whale and you'll be like, well, I can buy these, but I can't buy the gear recast. I can maybe see that as being something else. But it costs 8,000 of the maximum you can get of 11.1. And that's if you come first in every single tournament, hit 2.5k in every single tournament as well. I personally preferred the daily attacks. The only issue with the daily attacks was you had to constantly switch gear. And when there's guild boss, gear raids, and arenas that you already have to have gear set up for, it can obviously be very annoying to have to do that. However, I do think there's probably a middle ground. A daily attack reward would probably be a better way to do it, even if you don't necessarily hit very hard. I think rewarding people for engaging in this every single day seems probably better off. I just think, as it stands, Immortal Codex is a bit of a disappointment if this is how it's going to remain. I think somewhere in the middle of how it is now and how it was originally released would probably be better for engagement and enjoyment, because as it stands, I don't necessarily feel like I have to work on artifacts and stuff like this for these events because they're not that rewarding. Whereas before, because it was daily, I was going to be aiming to improve my artifacts for specific Immortal Codex. I was going to be aiming to get potentially certain gear setups for a particular Immortal Codex. But now, I'm not that bothered, honestly. Especially when it comes to the healer one, because I have got absolutely trash healers. It's not fun with epics and rares, I can tell you. And there's no way I'm going to be working on artifacts for healers in that case, when it's this kind of structure when it comes to rewards. But like I said, maybe I've got the unpopular opinion here. I do think some of the updates in Watcher of Realms have been kind of underwhelming. Some of them definitely need to be looked at. This is definitely one of them. And hopefully Moonton will have a look at this and see engagement and probably see that it is going to be heavily down. But we'll have to wait and see. I think the changes they did to Guild Boss was actually quite nice when it comes to what you can get for your individual attacks. That would be something nice that they could add here too. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below on Immortal Codex. I will probably do a poll on my channel as well, just to maybe get some feedback. I want to thank you very much for tuning in, and as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving.